au nord, la région de l'Est, ouest central et la région Guinée. La région sud comprend le Zimbabwe. Vont travailler en étroite collaboration avec la Task Force et doivent être conçus. La Task Force seront sous le contrôle du vice-président. Tout SIAFA et au sein de SIAFA et de chaque pays, Guinée, Côte d'Ivoire, Kenya, Madagascar, le Malawi, Rwanda, Sénégal, Sierra Leone, Seychelles, l'Afrique du Sud, la Tanzanie et Zimbabwe. Les détails de fonctionnement les ont communiqués de façon électronique. La communication entre l'attendant aux tous membres de la Task Force. Les PJ pour maintenir et promouvoir le profil de SIAFOS en œuvre, la communication, relations publiques, stratégie de marketing et des questions importantes et acheminer cette information vers le vice. L'expérience ainsi que connaissances en matière du travail. Mandat éligible pour un mandat de 4 ans après 2 ans. Lorsque donc les membres du pays peuvent la destituer et soumettre le consulter sur le site web. Aïcha. Merci beaucoup pour avoir lu ce document. C'est un document très important. Voici les différents postes à la suite des éléments. On ne peut pas. Non, donc, et sans vos réactions, c'est un document important, il faudra l'avoir, il faudra le consulter, vos commentaires pour qu'on puisse prendre des décisions sur la base, avoir des informations ou au maximum à la fin. Et vos commentaires, est-ce que vous êtes d'accord? Il faudra donc jusqu'à la fin janvier pour le faire. Est-ce que vous êtes d'accord? 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 Donc, il faudra réagir par rapport à ce document et de votre output. Parce que si au final, ça sera entre le 10 janvier et le 15 janvier. Donc, nation requise. La Tunisie, et au 15 janvier, pour nous faire parvenir vos commentaires et envoyer vos informations. Ce que vous pensez d'eux.
Égyptienne. Et je pense qu'on peut, because we must not forget it, it is very important. Pour être en mesure de continuer, je pense que c'est plus important parce que c'est dans le programme, Saïda. Au nom de cette discussion très intéressante et fructueuse. D'abord, selon des projets régionaux, les échanges d'expériences, d'amitié entre les clubs, commencer la formation d'une union régionale et ainsi avoir de l'influence dans la prise de décision. En ayant une liaison pour chaque groupe en cherche de la transmission peu coûteuse au niveau conférence régionale. Voulions porter à votre connaissance à l'occasion de cette réunion. Merci. Ladies, your attention, please. Ladies, your attention. We attention for 10 minutes in order to allow Touria to talk about the level of our region. It is really one of the core issues of our conference. Your seats, close the door, and be attentive. Thank you. The question, well, the different regions, I think for this purpose. So to represent the 4 clubs of Morocco, and in order to say Confederation project, our continent naturally shows that the idea of the Continental African Federation is a must. Love matters, as we are sharing also the same history. We are saying yes because we are with all African women the same fate. Task to create a real dynamic within SI, international status, as well as by our large solidal differences. We are yes. We are saying yes to Women's Federation, and we will have other priority, the active protection of women and girls, to reject any type of violence in the social aspect, and we must continue in order to combat what we have achieved in Morocco is that we did sexuality, we needed women associations. The perpetrators of rape can be sentenced to be a taboo. We have also many against poverty and against all forms of exclusion. By hearing me saying that Morocco is a poor country and we, diamond mines, we have nothing. We were a full agricultural poverty last years, and the rural exodus have poverty naturally results in rape, in theft. The weakness of our country becomes the woman. Needs to encompass all the hopes and expectations of African women groups, and this is really important to start with. We have already talked about the culture and the same hopes. Take into consideration these issues and take them to be part of Soroptimist International Europe, Ireland or UK. This is important numbers. We had the impression of being excluded from decision-making, feeling as Moroccan representatives. We were the individual level of clubs. We did not have the feeling of belonging. So we will win by we believe that we can do. The continent is going through important social, cultural and political changes and problems. We must lead our combat. Together we can give it fairness. Thanks for their organizations, their intentions and support. Water, rape, social injustice, they organized and everything is easy. They have health service. In Morocco we have hospitals and not everyone can afford this. Future federation. Geography can have a South African, an East African, West African, Central African, and all these have that must not be ignored. What are these subgroups? Limits of the Mediterranean and the Maghreb, what was called the Sudan, and which includes the modern African countries. From the assault of colonialism could be exploited. The colonizer has of history can also provide, offer more surprises. Colonial culture. The proof is that I am Moroccan, but I speak Arabic, communicate also in French. So this is a colonial inheritance which makes us the north of Africa open to the Mediterranean. And this wonderful sea, real testimony of we are also connected to the opportunity for us. We must not ignore the due to the lack of solidarity leads and we I would like now to say that our history is that European tribes make us, offer us this even blonde Moroccans and even Asian traders and sailors coming from a trade with Timbuktu going through Morocco, and therefore it is wonderful. Our roots belong to the African past, future, our fate are African, are in Africa. And the question is how this wide, vast project with solid to the Middle East and why I'm sure we can, as Moroccan clubs with and within Africa, we need to create the Union of North African countries, and they agree with us. I represent Morocco, and I can say that we also agree. It is important for us because we only have 2 clubs in Tunisia. In Egypt, we have 1 club only. We are 4 clubs at the African level. So my proposal is to we have the same language, the official. Therefore, we can represent a full entity which is North Africa already exists, such as East-West debate in building this federation. If we wait for it together, we will have a representation in the African Federation. We must also create links with our future Middle East or up. Worldly known structure is a real protection for women. To have a glory can reflect more effectively on our file and gives us more courage. In Morocco, we may think that the other countries can UN meetings, and this is a security we can decide together. In Casablanca, our sister has initiated. It was not accepted because she was not able to. So the project was not accepted. Why? They want to be able to reject. They want to. Well, they can easily reject any project. More interesting, in Morocco, we have the example of with single mothers, and they could work, and they became autonomous. And this woman, the woman who initiated the project, is suffering. The issue, the problem, and the situation of single mothers is.
Now that you have exposed and talked about how, now we would like to clubs. We consider that the architecture of our confederation vector. In fact, we'll have the same problems, and we can rely on diverted from colonialism, allow us to do so. The tool to communicate make it possible from the language of communication. Should it be the vector which is searched for? I think, in fact, there is a. Here you have our regions, our unions. We all are here. We exist already. And I would like to thank you very much for your attention. Thank you. Thank you very much to have taken us on this in regions to finally, and this is what I hope for, we have to say something, and then we will. My name is Madiha Tajouri from thank all the honorable ladies here, and giving me this opportunity to be with you here today. So optimistic. this institution which does not take politics, race into consideration, which is not based on any racial discrimination. I am the member of fully established association, but I have been there to join you here, so I managed to make the trip from Libya to Tunisia. The situation of Libyan women, particularly after this as an association from the civil society, and I'm still trying to psychological level or at the social and at the psychological level, there are many women
qui ont souffert de la guerre, qui souffrent, qui sont isolés, et donc on essaie de leur apporter de tawrat. Yes.
For the struggle girls, and when I saw the similarity between our GU and to have SOP in Libya, so that I can join North Africa and people from the south also.
Ces objectifs correspondaient totalement aux objectifs de mon association. Ce regroupement se fait aussi bien au nord de l'Afrique que pour...
So let's open our hearts and let's women's situation in the whole world, God willing.
En pratique et mettre dans la réalité chaque et que travaillons ensemble pour l'émancipation de la femme.
Presentations, I just thought about see that there are problems such as the lack of communications.
De communication, et là j'aurais à dire faire quelques remarques.
Make the organization known in different countries and to know about
d'organiser une sorte de conférence ou de regroupement de toutes les possibles, enfin toutes les actions et tout sur le plan culturel.
Published by the organization and which an organization, we should provide support artistic actions such as plays, all these charitable actions. Because they are the cornerstones for sustainable projects. Having a union for neighboring countries like the North African and between them as regards charitable actions or minorities for those countries which are subject to natural disasters or
dans ces pays-là.
Are there any questions? Touria? I would like you to introduce yourself once again, please. This is Madiha Mohammed Jouri from Libya. I am the president of the Joy of the Nation Association. The Joy of the Nation, that's its name. The Joy of the Nation. I'm also I also write novelist. I'm a student in Egypt in economy, a student in economic sciences in Egypt. And I would like to offer you this short. It's going to be difficult for me to translate. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Would you please go back to your seat so that we can continue? Okay, now back to questions. Your name, please. Here, my question is to Mel. It's been time since I have been a optimist, and we have clubs in my that you have a service club. You know, we are an NGO. We are not a service group. Okay, you've talked about things like the Rotary Club. Is that So Optimist International is an NGO? Can I ask a question? Douria, when she spoke earlier, national status, and we urge than to ask a whole region to create, my first answer to that. Second, as from what I understand, Eastern region and Western regions, why not have a terminology? I think it's just a question of terminology. Yes. Region, because the Maghreb region is Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and we would like to have a union of North Africa with Egypt. So we're not going to drop Libya. Libya is going to be part of it. Why not? So, question of terminology, we may give it different labels. And can you use the microphone, please? If there are no more questions, Moni, I would like to call the task force, please come forward. Dear sisters, of these 2 days of exchange and discussion, and grown up or not, what do you think? Yes, yes. So we have the right. Really appreciated the last slide of Douria, extreme and this shows that it's developing. In fact, I think that this has been indispensable, because to be stronger is one of our key challenges, I think, and this is going to serve us as a starter to move forward. Here today, in large numbers, from the African Federation, and we have also come from North Africa to unite our voices. Successful in organizing this two-day meeting, and we will take back, but also a bet that will take us years and years forward, a possible meeting, and good luck. Good luck for all of us. Good luck. Let's put our hands. Let's try to join our efforts. Visits also by people who may come to see us. This should be an opportunity to communicate. If there's a message to keep in mind, is that we should get our persons because of this communication. Let's respect the procedures to be a full federation of the African continent. Thank you.
Qu'est-ce que je dois dire? Nous avons délibéré. Nous maintenant voyons dans... Et c'est comme ça que nous allons progresser. Donc j'apprécie l'idée pour d'autres régions, d'autres pays. Et nous aurons, à la fin de cette réunion, j'espère que chacune d'entre nous, surtout celles qui ne m'écoutent pas, une fois après la réunion, avec nos sœurs dans nos pays respectifs. Voilà notre vision. Nous devons nous réunir en tant que nous pouvons travailler. S'il vous plaît, écoutez-moi. Si on coopère tout ensemble, si chacun des liens ou des principes directeurs, mais c'est pratique en Afrique du Sud, l'année prochaine, il faut élire une task force, c'est aller de l'avant. Nous avons tous vécu l'importance de réunions régionales. Cette réunion a attiré toutes les membres de la région Nord et de la réussi. Il faudra continuer à organiser les réunions régionales pour pouvoir renforcer nos capacités qu'avec 5 pays. Pour monter l'échelle, il faudrait commencer. Nous avons commencé ou mis en place la fédération. Nous devons renforcer nos capacités, joindre nos efforts et nous devons continuer à organiser ce genre de réunions ou d'ateliers, mettre en place une task force qui soit forte et puissante. Il y a donc des entraves, même on peut futur, la prochaine task force qui sera élue à Pretoria, que la Fédération africaine devienne réalité. Nous devons nous unir.
I'm very happy that this event note. I really appreciated the new momentum given to us by the idea of thanks Soraya for your proposal for North African Union. Wait, this idea, and I hope that we will element that will change the future of our clubs and the organization. And it's one of the key recommendations that were to strengthen regional meetings because they make it possible to come to regional meetings to talk about local small problems. It's if we come up with interesting things in the meetings, we will reach some interesting results. We should, from the regional meetings, before I conclude, I would like to I would like to inform you about the success of virology that we have been able to put in place. During this meeting, we have received the emails from Africa. I'd like to inform you that the conference has been registered. HTTP. So, okay, so I'll write it down. I would like to thank you again for having provide more wealth to this meeting, and I would like to thank you because without of Tunisia and Mariette Acha and all these sisters who have come, meeting closed. Just one thing, ask from you. When meeting, we should of course discuss with SEDA for the region because we have laid emphasis on the importance. So in what country and when, and whether. But we have actually to make sure that so Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco. Who's going to organize? Okay, so we okay.
On doit donc encourager. Comme ça, on peut les pousser à être actives, si c'est possible. Si vous voulez uniquement organiser une régionale dans la région nord, c'est ce que vous voulez? Je crois que nous sommes en démocratie ici. Nous allons avoir G qui va se charger de l'organisation de cette réunion. La Tunisie organisera la prochaine réunion dans la région nord. C'est parti. Il a un autre problème au sein de SIE. I know it's late. Dubai can be part of the northern region. You have to take the decision like that on the spot. She had to check with her that we should think about it to decide who is going to host the spot. It's not a problem, right? And the idea, and if you want to achieve a few months, be included to the northern region. Si nous avons notre classique Dubaï, je n'ai pas dit que vous allez décider maintenant. Réunion, qu'il va y avoir une réunion dans la région nord. Nord sera représentée à Pretoria. Donc, il faudra mentionner ceci dans le procès verbal de cette réunion. Vous pouvez dire oui.
Yes. Well, I was speaking English, but the message is yes, we are for a North African club, and I think the question is settled. The next meeting will be taken in the future. And thank you all.